Welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the one, the only, the eyebrow-raising, the bearded toyholic. I am, of course, the Mad Montreal Man. And you're probably wondering, why are there Super Friends on the shelf and in camera? You're thinking, hey, you don't collect Super Friends. They're 6 inches at best. You're a DC Multiverse guy, but why? Why? Well, EB Games or /EB Trends has this thing called $5 Fridays. So yeah, I couldn't help myself. They were $5. I even picked up, don't have a sister though, but I picked them up. $5 each. I figured, why not? That plus the fact there will be a classic Sinestro coming out with the DC Multiverse at some point in Canada. And, you know, the vintage Lex Luthor is kind of cool. But the main reason was because I also picked up this one. The Super Friends Golden Age Cheetah. Because even though I'm not a big fan of doing comparisons, but I figure, hey, why not compare the Super Friends to the Red Label Platinum one? Yes. So why not? I figured, why not? $5. I want to review this one anyway, so yeah, toyholic, okay? So what do you say I get the help of my good friend, the enemy of all mint in package? You might know him as Dr. Steel, but his superhero name is actually Dr. Scalpel. He's so shiny, so sharp. Yes, he likes taking mint in package action figures out, and I figure we'll start with this one. Might as well, because I don't plan on collecting these. Yes, if there's any more at $5, I'll probably pick them up, because, you know, why not? Now that I have 4 of them, I'll pick up a few at $5 each, but I'm not going to pay full price for these. Mostly because, well, I never liked that kind of fabrication. That's why I never bought the DC action figures before Multiverse, but I'm digressing. It's time to get to some surgery here. So let me know, do you collect the DC Multiverse? Do you like them? I mean, do you like them? Because you're watching the channel, I hope you do. But really, do you collect these as well? Do you collect the Super Friends also? Because I don't know, just something about... I mean, I know there's supposed to be kind of a retro look to them. They're supposed to be kind of like... Well, let's go back to sort of like the superpowers, but a bit bigger. But let me finish taking Priscilla Rich out of the packaging. We'll throw in a close-up and we'll be back right after that. Well, there is one accessory, apart from the card that basically tells you Series 2 by the rest of the cards. I don't know. She comes with this little, I guess, remote-controlled device to blow something up, and that's it. Now, I will give it one thing right off the bat. I like the face sculpt, because it does remind me of the old Super Friends cartoon. And before my editor puts up anything, too late. Yeah, I'm old. No, don't you dare call me a boomer. I'm Generation X, and these cartoons were made for Generation X. This was, Super Friends was when I was a kid. I don't think my editor gets it. I don't think my editor understands the generations. But yeah, Generation X, we grew up with the Super Friends, and you know, this was a cartoon I used to watch. But yeah, let's get back to looking at Priscilla here. Articulation's not really there. I mean, you got very stiff. Oh look, I can do a T-pose. Look, you got the tail, and this is what I don't like about these figures is that kind of. I mean, this is just a little statue. Let's be honest. You're gonna put this on a shelf. Look, I'm a ballerina. La, 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 la. And you know, I mean. For what it is, it's not bad. The best thing about this thing is the fact that that face sculpt does make me think of the old cartoons. I like the paint on the back, and yeah, puny, very puny. Very. Let me put something in a razor here. Very puny figure. He's so small. Yeah, I really don't see myself collecting these. I like articulation. I mean, you got shoulders, elbows, knees, hips, the tail's there. I mean, the head's not bad, but yeah, $5. I wasn't expecting a great deal from that. But let's move on to the star of the show. Based on the Crisis on Infinite Earth, the series that was gonna change comic book history forever, make DC logical again, one universe, and we know how that ended, didn't we? Yeah, they've continued to mess up the comic book universe of DC, and Marvel's done the same, but once again, let's get Dr. Scalpel. Sorry. And let's take Cheetah out of the package. Yeah. Now, I'm also, right off the bat, going to say, I'm disappointed that we didn't get an alternate head, because, well, we'll get to that after I take her out of the package, and we'll show you. But it's time to do some surgery once more. Where to cut first? I always like cutting at the bottom of these things first, because, you know, I find I'm not going to probably cut anything of serious value. I mean, I might cut the cardboard, so I'm going to finish cutting this thing open, taking Priscilla out of the package, and we'll be back after her close-up. Okay, well, of course, card. It just talks about the Crisis. And the funny thing is, this issue of Crisis on Earth, the Golden Age Cheetah appears in 2 panels. That's it. And before someone says something, but there's Cheetah in the 3rd panel. The Cheetah in the 3rd panel would have been the modern Earth Cheetah at the time, the one who had the hair untied. And yeah, I'm surprised they went with the Crisis comic book. I mean, I think because this is the Golden Age Cheetah, they could have done a reprint of, say, Golden Age comic book, Wonder Woman number 6. The first appearance of Cheetah would have made a lot more sense than doing this one. But, you know, it is what it is. And I also think it would have been cool if we got, you know, the red-haired version as an alternate head. Now, she does come with 2... Let me take them up very carefully. 2 different face plates. There's the... Look, it's so bright. The snarling teeth. The one that's more of the... I'm a jealous woman of one woman's beauty. And, of course, 2 yellow hands that are just kind of like gripping hands. I prefer the claw hands. They make more sense. After all, she is a cheetah. But let's look at the figure, shall we? Okay, the face sculpt. Well, it's not a bad face sculpt. I mean, the spots are all over the place. I like the claws. I do like the hands. They are reused Catwoman claws. I'm just saying, just yellow. I mean, okay, it's a reused body. This is the Catwoman body book. You can tell by the pant leg seam. Disappointed in that. I do like the pant. I like the fact that the feet are cheetah feet. Cheetah feet. The tail is not. It's fixed in place. So they can't do anything with the tail. A little disappointing. And the reason why it would have been nice to have an alternate head, say for example, you know, can you imagine? You could have taken this one, put on a red head on it, and you got them. You know, I guess the Earth 1 Cheetah at the time. But if we compare the 2 of them, well, Page Punchers has more spots. There's more spots, but the spots are darker. Better paint, more paint. Haha. Probably a reused body. I don't know. I don't collect these. Regular feet, cheetah feet. Okay. I like the cheetah feet. Tail, long tail. It's probably about the same. No, this is a longer tail. So this is a shorter tail on this one. Just disappointed. Reused body, no spare head. But yeah, it's you know, it's hey, McFarlane did a female figure. Doesn't do that too often. In some ways, I think I would have preferred the cheetah where, you know, it's actually more like, you know, the red hair and the darker spots, the more modern cheetah than this one. But I guess to go with the Golden Age one we got and the Steve Trevor, which I haven't reviewed, and you know, it is what it is. Yeah, disappointed in this one. If you pick it up for $5, go ahead. I don't blame you. I mean, $5. Yeah, that's the good thing about EB Games. You can pick up figures sometimes for $5. But as a red platinum goes, disappointed. Just am. I mean, I will probably try to take a Marvel Legends head, because that head does seem a bit small for the body, and maybe see if I could swap it on, because I think that would look a bit better anyway. But that's just what we do with these action figures sometimes. Sometimes you get them and you're like, okay, what am I going to do with it now? Do I regret getting it? No, it's an action figure. Need more action figures. Need many more action figures. You know, but you know, it is what it is. As for next week, I don't know. Hopefully something comes in. If not, well, I still got my Dark Knight Rises, Bane, and Joker to review. I still have some Super Friends to review. But the Super Friends, after doing this one, I probably will just leave them in package until, say, he comes out, and I'll do the same thing with him when he comes out in Multiverse. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, someone brought up a point to me at work saying, how come I don't review other stuff? Once again, I reminded this person, I have a limited budget. You want me to review stuff, send it to me. Get me a proper sponsor that will send me stuff. Because that's how it happens in the States a lot. You know, these action figure reviewers get stuff sent to them. I mean, they still buy stuff, that's true. They still buy stuff, but they get a lot of stuff sent to them. And hey, you know, I wouldn't mind that. If you're a bootleg company from Japan or China and you want to send me action figures to review, I'll review them. It's that simple. And getting back to my recent complaint about Mattel, still haven't found any in Canada. It's like, it's just frustrating. But I did get some news. I was talking to Casey at EB Trends, and they have confirmed that Mattel's collector line in 2027, they will be carrying. So at least we'll be able to get the Mattel Collector Series from EB Games or EB Trends. As for the regular Mattel kid stuff, I don't know. I don't know why Ottawa hasn't seen any. If you've seen them somewhere in Canada, let me know what stores, because Walmart here in Ottawa sucks. They got nothing. But that's it for the show. So please do the regular YouTube things. Oh, hold on. I could have her strangling. Oh, sorry. Do the usual YouTube stuff. The like, subscribe, comment, and sharing. Definitely comment and share. Would you have preferred a red-haired version, a more modern version of the cheetah than this one? And share the videos. Please share the videos. It'd be nice to have a sponsor for going forward, especially next year, because with the end of DC Multiverse, as Casey at EB Trends pointed out, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna collect next year. I don't know yet. I've added stuff to my on the peg wish list, which is in the the links down below. It's open to the public, so something you want me to review and you see it, hey, I'll treat him to that. Click, I'll get it delivered to me and I'll review it and I'll give you a plug, especially if you're a store. But yeah, I don't know for next year, so we'll have to see. Get a sponsor, so comment and share. And of course, because it's the weekend now, you gotta do your best for your body, your mind. You don't want to become like Patricia Rich and kind of go crazy. You gotta do your best for those things, and of course, your emotional well-being. Do your best to stay healthy. And when you get an action figure that's yellow, it makes you think of that smiley face, which is a good way to stay happy. And last but not least, when you think about, well, there's still a whole bunch of action figures coming, and there are $5 Fridays, well, that's a good way to stay positive. So until next week, have yourself a good weekend. There's a few bloopers in the end, nothing great. Hopefully the music's better this week than the last episode. I'm still sorry about that. I don't know what went wrong, but maybe it's time for a new microphone. I don't know. But all that said, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week for another episode of On the Peg. And salutations. No, you're expecting or yeah, but never mind. I was just never mind. Hey, welcome. Hey, what's with the hey? The hey? What's the hey? Hi, Jerry Lewis. What? Yes. The one, the only, the steel blade of justice. You know him as Dr. Steel, but he's also more known by his superhero name, Dr. Scalpel. Oh, he's so shiny, and I realize I don't have the fucking light on. No wonder it looks weird. Wouldn't normally pick this up, but like I said, $5. And that plus the fact I figured it's a good thing to have because I don't normally like doing comparisons, but Super Friends versus Page Punchers. Red Platinum later. Red Platinum later. Hey.